Welcome to Kaumudy Global. The leaders of the rival Koreas exchanged letters expressing hope for improved bilateral relations, which have plummeted in the past 3 years amid a freeze in nuclear negotiations and North Korea's accelerating weapons development. North Korea's state media said leader Kim Jong Un on Wednesday received a personal letter from outgoing South Korean President Moon Jae-in and replied on Thursday with his own letter appreciating Moon's peace efforts during his term. Pyongyang's official Korean Central News Agency said on Friday the exchange of letters showed their deep trust. Moon in his letter to Kim acknowledged setbacks in inter-Korean relations but insisted that their aspirational vows for peace during their summit in 2018 and an accompanying military agreement aimed at defusing border area clashes remain relevant as a foundation for future cooperation. So what exactly went down in between these two neighboring countries? I'm Neha for you, and let's decode the matter. Moon also expressed hope for a resumption of nuclear talks between Washington and Pyongyang and for Kim to pursue cooperation with Seoul's next government led by conservative President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol, Moon spokesperson Park Kyung-mi said. Tensions on the Korean peninsula have risen since a series of North Korean weapon tests this year, including its first flight test of an intercontinental ballistic missile since 2017 in March, reviving the nuclear brinkmanship aimed at forcing the US to accept it as a nuclear power and to remove crippling sanctions. Staking his single presidential term on inter-Korean reapproachment, Moon met Kim 3 times in 2018 and lobbied hard to help set up Kim's meetings with Trump. But diplomacy never recovered from the collapse of the second Kim-Trump meeting in 2019 in Vietnam, where the Americans rejected North Korea's demand for major sanctions relief in exchange for dismantling an aging nuclear facility, which would have amounted to be a partial surrender of its nuclear capabilities. Kim has since vowed to bolster its nuclear deterrent to counter gangster-like US pressure and sped up his weapon development despite limited resources and pandemic-related difficulties. North Korea also served all cooperation with Moon's government while expressing anger over the continuation of US-South Korea military exercises, which were curtailed in recent years to promote diplomacy with the North and Seoul's inability to wrest concessions from Washington on its behalf. KCNA said Moon wrote in his letter to Kim that he will continue to support efforts for Korean reunification based on their joint declarations for inter-Korean peace issued after their meeting in 2018. Kim and Moon shared views that inter-Korean relations would improve and develop as desired and anticipated by the nation if the North and South make tireless efforts with hope, KCNA said. South Korea's next leader could take a harder line towards Pyongyang. Yoon, who takes office May 10th, has rejected pursuing talks for talk's sake with North Korea and vowed to bolster Seoul's alliance with Washington and resume their full-scale military exercise to counter the North's nuclear threat. Analysts say North Korea is also likely to escalate its weapon demonstrations in coming weeks or months to force a reaction from the Biden administration, which has been focused on Russia's war on Ukraine and a rivalry with China. The administration's actions on North Korea have not so far been limited to largely symbolic actions imposed over a series of missile tests this year and offers an open-ended talks that were quickly turned down by Pyongyang's leadership. There are views in Seoul that Washington is slipping back to its Obama administration's strategic patience policy of ignoring North Korea until it demonstrates seriousness about denuclearization, although that approach was criticized for neglecting a gathering nuclear threat. Biden's special envoy for North Korea, Sung Kim, traveled to Seoul this week for meeting with senior South Korean officials and said they agreed on the need for a strong response to counter North Korea's destabilizing behavior. After maintaining a conciliatory tone for years, Moon's government objected more strongly to North Korea's weapon tests this year, criticizing Kim's government for ending its self-imposed suspension of long-range missile testing and urging a return to diplomacy. Seoul has also accused North Korea of destroying South Korean-owned facilities at the North's Diamond Mountain Resort, where they ran tours together until 2008. Kim in 2019 called the South Korean facilities there shabby and ordered them destroyed, though the work was delayed by the coronavirus pandemic. I'm Neha signing out. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates.